Jacksonville Jaguars. Little after the opening kick. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Pretty remarkable, isn't it, Kate, that the worst season statistically in Mahomes' career was still good enough to finish 6th in the MVP voting and reach a 4th straight Super Bowl. Shows just how high his bar is compared to everyone else, and he's still the QB that almost all are chasing.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down run by Pacheco. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's Mahomes on the sneak, and he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They go play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Travis Kelce. A gain of 27 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hit. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Blitz coming, Mahomes. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars, nothing.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Escapes a defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school at Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out, that'll be the next step for Trevor in his career.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Lawrence. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On fourth down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room. No margin for error.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Hunt trying things up the gut. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Making the stop, that was last year's Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. To the air, Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Tyson Campbell on the tackle. A gain of 7. First down, Kansas City.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's hanging on to this one on the second down option. Past the 25, still on the move. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Reaches the 30. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 13-0 lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Jaguars, nothing.
Y'all can't talk about
Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Comes 1st and 10. Motioning Washington right. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
That's good for a Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's good for a Jaguars.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed, so you can take off once that edge is set. He cuts it upfield, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a pickup of 11, and that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed left side to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Lawrence throwing here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a one-score game in the first half. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
You feel alive like you can have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you can have enough. You feel paralyzed about century. Friends is having kids.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jaguars 7.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. This makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. A counter give here to Pacheco. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Give him now to Gray. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Jukes out a one-stop, and he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown.
I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bill. All the books TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st and 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Etienne has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
On his little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars tie things up at 14. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Mejio with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down, ball at the 36. Here's Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Number 5, Marquise Brown. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pacheco. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Pressure coming from Mahomes. He's got it. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
First and goal.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Pacheco finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jaguars 14.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. On play action now, Lawrence. No one open, so he chips this to another county.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. It came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third and 4 coming up now. Now it's Lawrence. He's going deep this time. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars tie this game at 21. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the end route. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, here's Brown. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Out play action, it's Mahomes. Finds the in route, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Kansas City.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
So that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to throw Mahomes. Brought in by Juju. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down, because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the air, Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
Another throw for Mahomes. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. Now first down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Again, Mahomes to throw. The throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And it's third down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing again, Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points in the lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jaguars 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Lawrence working from the gun. He finds Brown right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the shotgun, Lawrence. They'll look underneath here for ETN. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Had a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. The offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. This return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. We'll start the second half with Etienne. Juke the defender. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They go right back to Etienne. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Jacksonville in punt formation. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Mahomes now. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down carry for Pacheco. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chiefs.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
After the sack, offense dealing with 3rd and goal now from the 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Butker with the extra points. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
35. Jaguars 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars down to running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Connects on the crosser. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
And the Jaguars, 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Here's a screen setup for Pacheco. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
First down throw, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they face 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Man downfield. He's got it. It's Worthy. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run, because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21.
42. Jaguars 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Jukes one defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's got Thomas on the slant. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
13 yards. That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lawrence working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On play action now, Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. He'll try and run this. Lawrence goes into a slide before that hit can run with enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st down from the red zone. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Motioning him from the slot right. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
On 4th down, here's Lawrence. And he scores! It's a Jacksonville touchdown! The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. with the touchdown. His third total score in this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the heel with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And who else? Kelsey's got another. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. To the air, Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are in the same.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. They just get the play off. Finds the in route complete. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Chiefs have set themselves up for the win here. Now just need to carry this lead through the end. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Mahomes to throw for it. And he had it, but no, can't complete the process of the catch. And they wind up turning it over on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Here's ETN on first down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. We'll check this one down to ETN. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 48-yard line.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun to give to ETN. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
And no surprise here, they decline the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Running it after the penalty. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that gets him back to within 11.
The field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense.
With the honors. Here's Smith on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Mahomes. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And we'll take this for about a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 16-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence finds him on the slant. And this play's going to come to an end of the 27. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
The 27-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. From the 34. Throwing the out route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around. They know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Now by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Lawrence to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now a carry by Etienne. Escapes a defender. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's good for another Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First carry now, this is Bashal Tutu. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Offense and Lawrence getting ready for this 2-point try.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They give it to the back of his own read. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Cam Little.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Mejio with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. They've got 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Option play now. He's headed right side. 40. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
Devin Boyd on the stop. A gain of 43 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Jukes out a one-stop. And the ground game works for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
The Chiefs making a 9-point advantage. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game.
39. Jaguars 39.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars down by 10. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Completed over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 29. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He keeps it and takes off. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
This would put it back within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the fourth.
Jaguars 46.
So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They're headed out now defending not a 2-score lead, just a field goal advantage here. So wondering, Brock, is that going to affect how they approach a chance at closing this one out?
No, I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah, I think if it's a 2-score game, it's run, 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 take every second off and punt that ball. Not now. Now you've got to get to the plays that you trust and believe in the most.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Pacheco gets it from the gun, and he has enough room to gain about 4. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Pacheco. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out at, I'd call it about the 12-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not, they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as